I'd like to welcome you to my little shop of spirit for today's tarot reading. We have some pretty heavy topics, so let's just jump into them. The cards that I pulled today are Creeping Ivy, Twisted Branch, Inverted Cross, Locked Chest, and Handwritten Note. We also have Capricorn energy coming out, but I was also picking up that something may have happened, something serious, and the main point of action as far as like this tarot reading goes may have happened in wintertime, okay, in December or January specifically. And we're dealing with something that took a really long time to happen. It sort of went unnoticed, or somehow it went unnoticed. Maybe it went untalked about. There's also some element of something not being so straight and narrow. Something not being so easy to decipher, easy to understand, and maybe something being a little kinked up in a way it shouldn't be. Okay, and we also have like some element of like unholiness here. Okay, something like demonic. So maybe well, let's just unpack this a little bit more. We also have like a locked chest. So I'm getting here, there's something secret, or like there's some element of something being secretive or something hidden away. And we also have handwritten notes. So there's communication that needs to happen on this in like an intimate, personable, meaningful, heart-to-heart communication. And it almost feels like there's a responsibility to be had on part of that communication. Like someone owes someone a communication. All right, and we also have the energy of 8. So this is death, sex, transformation, magic, or like anything of the occult. Just the shadow sides of life as well. And there may have been like some element of effort or work put forward to maintain this unholiness, or this like keep the lock on the chest. Okay, there was probably some level of work expended, effort expended to keep that chest locked and to, you know, keep the branch twisted and the cross upside down. Okay, so we got some pretty heavy symbology to unpack here. So because we were dealing with secrets and like stuff in the dark and stuff, I went over to my sleep symbolism deck. Okay, and in that deck we pulled Volcano. So I'll just go over these a little bit and then we'll kind of unpack them together. This is released anger or emotion, repressed emotions coming through the surface, transformation through destruction, power and intensity building beneath the surface. You know, and I was talking earlier about this creeping ivy. It's almost like something went unnoticed as it climbed. You know, it was almost like a slipstream situation. And we also have games here. Competition, player skill, challenges, childishness, the game of life, desire for escape or entertainment. You know, I think you became aware of a game that you didn't know you were a part of. But we have chain coming up next. Restrictions or strong relationships. Feeling bound, connection and attachments. Link between past and present. Holding on to unhealthy attachments or responsibilities may stop you from moving freely, is the warning that comes with this card. And it's like you became aware of something, but then you became aware of your inability to I'm just hearing like Venus flytrap, and it's almost like you were the fly. It's like before you realized what was happening, you were stuck. Okay, that's the vibe I'm getting. Before you realized what was happening, it was already done, and you couldn't change your position. 222 on my timer as I say that. Next, we have Circus and Zoo. This card discusses controlling instincts, chaos, and unpredictability, a show or spectacle masking deeper truths. Fun, excitement, and performance, focusing too much on appearances may lead to overlooking important issues beneath the surface. So I feel like that's what we're dealing with here. There was some sort of act that was put on that you were mesmerized by. I'm getting like, I'm hearing like David Blaine, like, you're not supposed to see the illusion. You're just supposed to see the magic trick, okay? And I think you were just witnessing the magic to something. And then it's like you saw like, the sleight of hand behind it eventually. You had to control your instincts after that point. It's like you almost became like a member of the magic act once you became aware, but it's like you were still sitting in the audience, and like your part of the magic act is pretending to be the audience member. Okay. And what's interesting is like the next card after that is doll, and dolls are just like I don't know why I went to that state, but like so this card deals with the warning this card gives is wearing a mask or allowing others to control you may distance you from your true self. I think you were confronted with the real reality, which is once you became aware of this circus act. The reality is if you continue the reality is you saw that it distanced you from yourself, and if you continue to commit yourself to it, you'll distance yourself only further, but this time willingly. And it's like it angered you and upset you to find out it was happening when it wasn't willing. Why would you want to commit yourself to it going forward? The doll card deals with projection of identity or emotions. You may have, for a while, your identity may have been what others projected onto you, and then you just accepted that. So others may have projected onto you, for example, like you were a caregiver, and then you were just like, well, I guess I'm a caregiver, so I give care. Okay, so it's like you just assumed whatever was given to you, even if it wasn't what you wanted naturally. And like this point of awareness where you became aware of things, the sleight of hand, not the magic. You stepped behind the magic show, okay? And like when that happened, you maybe connected to also your sense. You may have reconnected to your sense of innocence. And what's interesting is it's coming out is this situation may have made you feel guilty, or it may have sought out to make you feel guilty, or project that you're guilty. This card also deals with, though, manipulation or control by others. So this all may have been part of like an illusion falling. Not just the illusion of the situation, but also the illusion of these projections other people have put onto you about who and what you are. This time is about you defining those things for yourself, I think, and then deciding what it is you have to give others and what you want to give others. Not others telling you what you have and what they want of yours. Hello. Okay. Ridiculous. I should have just kept going. I paused and I'm like, okay, I need to regroup here. But the next card is electricity. Okay, this card deals with energy, charged potential, dynamic and fast moving, sudden inspiration or insight, power of connection and communication. Uncontained energy or emotions may lead to burnout if not grounded. But and that being said, that can be said, and that's important to say. But what I think is most important here is just you focusing on the insight that you gained from this period, and then the inspiration that it gives you, because that insight and the inspiration it gives you is energy. Okay, it's energy. And right now, I think the reason, I think you're in a bit of like a daze right now, like you've been knocked out. And you're kind of like gathering as you're going through it, and as you're handling it, and as you're growing stronger, and as you're changing things and yourself, you're also trying to make sense of like what happened. And you may have a real strong need right now for like emotional support from others, or just security in general. This pillow card though comes with a warning though that you may be avoiding a problem or a situation in your life. So if that's, I'm not going to say if that's you. You're here because it is you. Like, let's just see though. Okay, I'm just going to go straight. I already pulled this deck and it's just lining up. Like, so we're going to go into what happens if you avoid facing this. Okay, because you need to face this. There's a lot of like dreamy energy here. Okay, and I do get the sense that you're facing it. So I don't mean to hound you. I just mean, let's just move on. But let's see what's going to happen, okay, if you don't face this. But I do think you're facing it, but I do think there's a bit of like a La La Land element here where it's like, there's also energy of, you might be moving forward in some senses, but also I get the feeling that in other senses, you're not moving forward at all. Okay, we got quite the stack that's fallen out here. Let's just go over them. You know what? I feel like you're dealing with some curses now, but you might be dealing with some curses later. Okay, if you don't handle this. Okay, and you know what? I don't want to leave you on a note of fear. That's not what this channel is. So we're going to go over some cards after this. What you need to focus on. And, what can you expect should you remain focused on your focus? Okay. Okay, so we have now, though, you're dealing with the curse of indecision. Okay, this prevents you from making clear choices. So you are feeling stagnated and stuck. We have a curse of emptiness here. Leaves you feeling hollow and unfulfilled. So, and that makes sense because we were talking about, you were seeing 1313 on my timer as I say this, the magic of something, okay? And, it's a confirmation on this message, but also 13 is a known superstitious number, okay? And we're talking about twisted branch, inverted cross, something unholy, okay? Like, so many synchronicities. You have, like, I know you're spiritual. Your messages are coming through like crazy. Okay, so we have curse of emptiness, curse of confusion, okay, and I just heard gaslit. So maybe there was some manipulation here about what maybe the truth, maybe the magic of the scenario was actually just gaslighting, okay, and they were like, kind of just lying to you about what reality was, and then anytime you questioned it, you were just confused. And so okay, and I feel like I am feeling like we're beginning to bridge between the curses of today and the curses of I didn't mean to pause. The curses of today and the curses of tomorrow. Okay, so the curses of today are indecision, confusion, emptiness. Okay, then we have curse of hunger. This leaves you perpetually starving and unsatisfied. I feel like this is, okay, and then we have the curse of thirst. Leaves you forever parched and dehydrated. I feel like this is bridging us over. Curse of loss. Strips away something special from your life. Okay. So that's nasty. what I feel like, okay, what's going to happen, I'll just go through the rest of this. Okay, you live with these curses: emptiness, indecision, hunger, thirst, confusion. Okay, and what is inevitable? If you make no change to the circumstances, afflictions to you that are debilitating. Okay, like, the psychology has so much to do with the body. So if we feel sick in the mind and sick in the heart, like, it is going to translate physically. So, staying in this situation isn't going to be healthy for you, like, literally. And we land on, finally, the curse of fear imbues you with overwhelming terror. I think if you commit to this past timeline in the same ways that you have, if you make zero change, you're only going to commit yourself to this locked chest, this unwritten hand note. Okay, there isn't communication happening here. Okay, and we're going to go into what you can expect if you make the change, okay? And I'm getting here, part of the reason that you haven't made the change, okay, because I'm getting a whole lot of, like I said earlier, Cancerian, very, like, water, Pisces, just watery energy, okay? And I'm feeling like you may have committed to the comfort of this scenario, even though it's uncomfortable. It's comfortable because it's familiar, okay? So you may have committed to the comfort, and that's made part of the indecision and all that difficult. If you commit to changing yourself, though, okay, and that doesn't have to be like an overnight 180. It can be little stuff day by day that is also very slipstream, okay? It can also go unnoticed to others, these changes of you. They don't have to be so abrupt that they're dangerous, okay? I don't know why it came out like that, but it did, so maybe that's relevant for you. But we have come out for you. What happens if you make these changes, subtle or not, to yourself in regards to the situation, not going back to the old ways? What happens? We get a figure standing at the edge of a forest looking into the unknown. That's you right now, okay? Like, you feel like to make change is to look at the unknown, and you're kind of like shaking from fear from it, hypothetically. The quote on this card says, "To grow, you must step into the unknown. For the deepest forest, hide the greatest treasures." We also have here 6 rays of sunlight breaking through the trees. And remember, this is if you make the change. We get hope, guidance, clarity. Okay, if you commit to making the change, guidance is going to come in. Okay, just tell yourself you commit. That can be the first step. Okay, the first step doesn't have to actually be like a physical move. Just like I said, it can be very subtle. It can be internal. It can be only to you. Okay, nobody else has to be in on this process. It can be secret, totally to you. No matter how, the next quote we have is, "No matter how dense the forest, light always finds a way to shine through." The next card we get is the Healer, a glowing potion bottle representing healing and recovery. Healing comes not from the cure, but from the belief in recovery. What did I just tell you? Okay, maybe your first step is just acknowledging that you're going in that direction. Okay, maybe that is just the first step. It's just that shift in psychology, that change. Lastly, from this deck, we have 9 of Mirrors, and this all culminates. If you change, this deck is telling us that what this culminates into, if you make these subtle changes, subtle or not, what it culminates into is 9 mirrors reflecting a single face. That's the imagery we have. And 9, it represents completion. So it's like all these facets of yourself can finally come into a single form. You. We are dealing with themes of self-perception and identity here. So self-perception and identity is like the end goal of this, I want to say karmic for some reason, but it's like you're supposed to learn a lesson here. The lesson being how to come closer to yourself. The quote on this card is, "Perception is not just how you choose to see the world, but how you choose to see yourself." And a final message from Spirit. Okay, we get 4 of Wands. This is a affirmation, a positive affirmation that you are supported by spirit. This card deals with themes of community, action themes, taking the first step, and love themes, having our hearts feel full. The key words to this card are happy families, reunion, coming home, celebrations, surprises, parties, weddings, events, feeling welcome, community or family coming together, community spirit, teamwork, success, and prosperity. There is a light at the end of the tunnel for you should you make change in a direction that honors you. But we're going to leave your messages off there for today. I hope that was incredibly helpful. If it was, don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe so I can hopefully see you again. Bye for now.